Hey everybody, and welcome back. This is part 2 of section 3.4. Sorry about that. So just to finish, this part actually is not about triangles, it's about rectangles. So let's cover some basic formulas about rectangles. So the perimeter, of course, is if you add up all the sides, that's the distance around, okay? So I'm adding all of them up. So that's 2L plus twice, so it's twice the length plus twice the width, okay? So that's the perimeter. And the area is just basically length times width. So the area for the formula is A is equal to length times width, okay? So just to recap, rectangles have 4 sides, 4 90-degree angles. The opposite side lengths are equal. The perimeter of a rectangle is the sum of twice the length and twice the width. And the area is the product of the length and width. Okay, so let's do a problem. The length of a rectangle is 32 meters and the width is 20 meters. What is the perimeter? The perimeter is twice the length plus twice the width. So we're just basically going to plug it in, right? So perimeter is equal to 2 times 32 plus 2 times 20. So what does that become? That's a weird zero. 64 plus 40, which is equal to 104, okay, meters. That's the perimeter. Okay, so here we have another one, a couple more. We have the length is 120 and the width is 50. So length, it helps to just write it out. Just L equals something and then W is equal to 50. And then write the equation 2L plus 2W because it's asking for perimeter. Perimeters we don't know, so we're going to leave that as a variable. So twice the length plus twice the width. Okay, so that's going to be 240 plus, this is a 0, plus 100, which is going to equal 340 yards. Okay, let's do this one. Let's do this type of problem again. We have here the length of a rectangle is 62 feet and the width is 48 feet. What is the perimeter? So again, P is equal to 2L plus 2W. And we're just plugging in, right? 2 times 62 plus 2 times 48. Okay, so that's going to be 124 plus 2 times 48 is 96 today. So then when we add this together, it's going to be in feet, right? So that's going to be, sorry, excuse me, 220. Okay, so and that's feet. Okay, so now let's do a couple let's do some more problems here. So we have area is equal to length times width. The area is 168. The length is 14. Let's plug it in. Is equal to 14 times, what's the width? That's W. So now we just divide. So what's 168 divided by 14? Okay, so 168 divided by 14 is 12. Yes, 12. So the width is 12 feet. Right. Okay, so let's do another one. So what are we given here? The width is 21. The area is 609 square meters. So then A is equal to 69. What is the length? So L is, and then you can just put a little question mark. So area is equal to length times width. So let's just plug in stuff, okay? We're not thinking too hard about this. This isn't like rocket science, okay? So all you're doing is you have your formula, you have the quantities given to you, and you just plug them in, okay? So instead of an A, I'm going to write 609. L, I'm going to leave as an L, and then W is going to be 21, okay? So times 21, sorry. So since we're going to solve for L, we divide both sides by 21. That gets rid of it on the right-hand side. And on the left-hand side, we're taking 609 divided by 21, and that becomes 29. So L is 29 meters, right? Okay, so now let's see here. We have find the length. So right away, I can write L is equal to question mark of a rectangle with perimeter 80. So I can write P equals 80 and width 25. So W is equal to 25. I'm using the perimeter formula for a rectangle. So twice the length plus twice the width. Then I just, oh, this is a W. So then I just plug in stuff. Okay, so 80 is equal to 2L plus 2 times 25. Okay, so what is that? 80 is equal to 2L plus 50. So we need to use subtraction from both sides. We get 30 on the left-hand side of the equation, 2L on the right-hand side. So divide by 2, right? Inverse operation. And we get that the length is equal to 15. Okay, so the length is 15. Okay, last two problems. We have the width is 2 feet less. So remember, that's to subtract 2, than the length. But we don't know what the length is, so we let that be L. And L, we're just going to let that be L. We don't know. And then the perimeter is 52. So we have perimeter is equal to twice the length plus twice the width, right? But now we have the width described as an expression in terms of L. So we plug that in. The reason that, and then we have 52 for the perimeter. So 52 is equal to 2 times L, but the second part, plus 2 times, and instead of W, we're going to write parenthesis L minus 2, L minus 2, because that's our expression that represents the width in terms of the length, okay? So I'm going to write that a little bit nicer. Okay, there you go. So now I have something that is a single variable, and I can use distribution property. That's going to become 2L minus 4. Combining like terms on the right-hand side, I get 52 is equal to 4L minus 4. So then add 4 to both sides, I get 56 on the left-hand side is equal to 4L, divide by 4, divide by 4. I get length is equal to 14. So the length is 14 meters. But then the width is 2 less than the length. So the width is going to be 12, yeah? Because 2 less than 14 is 12, okay? And that's it for that problem. And then the last problem here, we have the length of a rectangle is, so remember is the equal sign, 8 feet more than the width. So 8 feet more, we're going to add 8 to it. And then width, we don't know what the width is, so we're going to let that be W. And then the W, we don't know. And what else do they give us? That the perimeter is 60 feet. Okay, so we're going to use, since this is a rectangle, twice the length plus twice the width. We get 60 for perimeter, 2 times, and instead of writing L, we're going to write W plus 8. And that's given to us from this sentence right here. Okay, so in parentheses, plus twice the width. And then so 60 is equal to, and then distribute the 2. Okay. Yeah, 2W plus 16 plus 2W. And now we're going to combine like terms. So we get 60 on the left-hand side, and then 2W plus 2W is 4W plus 16. And then we're going to solve for W. So we subtract 16 from both sides. Okay, and then on the left-hand side, we have 44 is equal to 4W. Divide by 4. And we get that the width is equal to 11. So width is 11 feet. So what's the length? Length is 8 more than 11. So 11 plus 8, which is 19 feet. Okay, and that is it for section 3.4 super fun homework. Make sure that you do 211 to 245 odd, and then you can skip a couple and then do 251 to 275 odd, or every other odd if you're pressed for time. But practice makes perfect, right? Okay, good luck, happy studying, and I will see you on the next video.